guys, it's me, and it's not a reaction video. I mean, I guess it's sort of a reaction video. It's me reacting, or maybe responding is a better term. I'm responding to comments from the episode 2 reaction that I posted. Dawn gave me the all clear, and I was like, great! I read through all sorts of stuff, and I realized that there were a lot of people who commented on the same things. They're like, oh, she didn't respond to that, or like, whoa, that was like a weird reaction to that. And so I thought what I would do is just, instead of respond to every single person's stuff, because that's a lot of typing, and not everyone reads the responses and all that jazz, I thought I would just make a video where I talk about it, which is what I'm doing. It's going to be kind of rambling, and that's because I just went through the comments and made a list of things to talk about, and I haven't, like, said, oh, I should talk about these things first. It's literally just going through the comments, so. All right, so the first thing is that people were surprised by how I responded to Jean seemingly dying. And that's because I actually didn't think he died. I thought that someone was, like, waiting to shoot him, and then someone from the team actually did, you know, kill that person. I just it didn't even cross my mind that Jean would be killed. And I think it's because he's been around since the beginning, and we've gotten to know him a little bit more. And he's kind of a new addition to the Scouts. You know, he's now part of the Levi squad. So he's not, I feel like he's not a red shirt the way some newer characters probably would be, like the redheaded girl that just got killed. So it didn't occur to me. I also find it kind of, I do know the irony about this, that I'm making a Star Trek reference wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. Which is so soft. All right, so that explains why I didn't respond. It's not because I'm heartless or that I have become totally desensitized to the trauma that will occasionally be inflicted upon me via this show. No, it's because I just didn't think he died. When I rewatched it, though, like later after reading your comments, I was like, oh yeah, it actually, that's what they were going for, and I just apparently was having none of it, so. All right, so the next thing is the fact that I didn't respond to the fact that Levi's last name is Ackerman, and I know it's because that's been spoiled for me since season 1. I'm not quite sure who spoiled it for me or how I learned about it, but it was just sort of something that I always knew. And so when he said his last name, that wasn't surprising to me because, well, it was not new information. So that's why I didn't respond. So I'm sorry if I did not, if you guys were looking forward to my reaction in that regard. You can blame the people who post spoilers, which don't be that guy or girl. I'm going to be inclusive here. Don't be that person. So, all right. The next thing is that someone asked me if I would rather be Supergirl. Okay, Kara Zor-El. I had to look up who that person was, whether I'd rather be Supergirl or whether I'd be Hanji. Hanji, duh. First of all, we both wear glasses, and I love glasses. When I got contacts first, actually, and we figured out that I needed glasses when I was in middle school. And yeah, which is kind of crazy because I don't have great eyesight. So it took until 6th grade to realize that, oh, Barry can't see the board. And it's because when I was little, they would always talk about like the eye exam or the eye test. And so I would listen to what the other kids in front of me said. And then when I would get there, I would just repeat what they had said. So I wouldn't fail the vision test because I didn't want to get a bad grade. And so I was pretty much like I couldn't see the board for most of my education up until 6th grade. I was an auditory learner, and I just learned how to teach myself through a textbook, and I still think that's how I learned the best. So anyway, but then when I needed corrective lenses, my dad said something that you should never say to your daughter, which was, "We're not going to get you glasses. You're going to look ugly in glasses, and you'll never wear them." And my dad's a genuinely sweet man, but just, people say stuff. And so he got me contacts, which normally would be great, except, and I realize I'm rambling about this, and you probably don't care, but I'm going to finish the story. And anyway, so I had contacts that I never wore until finally, my sophomore year of high school. I had gone through puberty. I no longer looked like Tobey Maguire. And guys started noticing me, and that freaked my dad out. So he had me go cut my hair, dye it dark brown because I had been a blonde, and get glasses. So it's almost like a reverse teen movie. And anyway, much to his, chagrin might not be the term, much to his angst, that didn't help. But anyway, sophomore year is when I got glasses, and I have worn glasses pretty much, every day since. I sometimes sleep in them. So anyway, so all that to say, Hanji, totally glasses. She's a brunette, not a blonde, and she flies too. So Supergirl doesn't have anything on Hanji in that respect. And also, science. I have an advanced degree in science, so of course I'm going to go for that. So that answers that question in a very long-winded fashion. All right, so the next thing is that people were like, you need to go back and watch the scene where Amir is talking to, is it Berhold? Or Reiner? To the people, to the dudes. And then, Aaron wrote it down and all that jazz. And, I did rewatch it, and I totally get what's going on, but I have more questions. So clearly the reason why Aaron is going to be eaten is because they're going to give the powers to someone. I would assume Historia / Krista. The question is why, except that they want maybe the monarch or the heir to the throne to have this awesome power. What is it called? The Governator? Was that what it was called? Did I just make that up? Isn't that Arnold Schwarzenegger? Whatever, but where he has control over the Titans, I assume they would want the heir to the throne to have that power. So that's what they want. That's why they want Krista to eat Aaron. But this begs the question, where did Aaron get his power? So do they naturally form? Or does everyone that have the special powers, Amir, clearly she ate someone, Reinhardt, Berholt, and Annie, and Aaron, did they get their powers by eating people as well? And if that's the case, who did they eat? And why? Was it one of those things where, like, in their culture, like, the village, where, like, the older people who have those powers are like, I'm going to die, eat me before I die, so that it can be passed on to future generations, instead of just, end when the person croaks. So, or can some people get naturally occurring powers? So, anyway. And I know that I'm definitely not going to read the comments for this unless Dawn checks, because I can imagine that the answer to that question is going to be posted, and I don't want to know what it is. I want to find out for myself. All right, so the next thing is that someone said that Levi was shirtless in the manga for a decent chunk of this episode. And okay, anime is super servicey to men. You have the the big busty women with the cleavage, or you've got like the short little skirts with, you know, the wind blows and the little skirt whoop, goes up and, you know, that whole thing. But they can't show Levi shirtless? Seriously. So that's what I have to say about that. Not fair. All right, so this has nothing to do with Attack on Titan, but someone commented about the owl and the fact that apparently there's this guy that had a problem with an owl attacking him when he walked out of his house, and so wore a spiked helmet so that he could get to his, I guess, leave his house without being attacked by this owl. And I just love that image. I sort of imagine this guy in a, oh, here, Abby, you want to say hi? Oh, come here. Oh, you just burped. I like picked her up and apparently squeezed her stomach to where she felt the need to burp. Thank you for that. That was lovely. There. Oh, she's laying back. Hi, you're stone deaf. You're so sweet, but no, I don't want to kiss. You're stone deaf, but you're so sweet, and you're old and gray. So what? Okay, there you go. Oh, no, I don't want to keep on scratching you. But I just love the idea of this guy walking out of his house with like either a Viking helmet or like I'm imagining one of the spiked shells from Mario Kart and like wearing that. Anyway, so that just made, I got a laugh out of it. So thank you. All right. So the next thing is that people want, or like, you're not responding to the opening or closing credits. And no, I have not done that yet. I mean, I've watched them, but I haven't obviously commented on, or done a reaction on them. Those videos are coming. I will definitely do reactions to both of those. So there'll be 2 separate videos. And, oh, someone from England said, good job on the accent. Thank you. I have an arsenal of accents, and some of them are stronger than others. I use them in class. When my students start daydreaming, I will randomly just start talking in a Southern accent or in a New Jersey accent, which I'm sure would annoy my friend Don a ton because he lives in Jersey. Or a British, and there's different types of British. Or I have one that is like the person at Disney World who like gives instructions. Or like, I'm not really in the mood to like use it, but welcome to Walt Disney World. And it's like the one who's on like the when you call, and she's like, please pay attention to our items for our menus have changed, and all that stuff. Or please pay attention to the menu for our items have changed, whatever it is. So I give instructions in that voice, and it drives some people crazy, and then other people like it. So, but thank you for that. And all right, so the next thing is the Western scene, where it was the bar scene with Levi and Kenny. And I loved that because actually Westerns are my favorite genre. Science fiction is a close second. So yes, I really like Firefly because it's a fusion of the two. And I did enjoy Westworld, but it was a little hard to follow. I felt like they were trying, I'll talk about Westworld another time. But anyway, so I really enjoyed, and it had all they needed was like a couple pieces of paper blowing across to be tumbleweed in that bar scene, but I thought it was pretty solid. Maybe I'll do a video where I talk about all the Westerns that I like, because there are a lot of really great ones out there. All right. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the fact that some people really love that I add like secondary commentary as I'm editing. And then some people don't like it. In general, I've gotten positive responses to that. So I'm going to keep doing it. However, for those of you who don't like it, I'm going to really try and make it to where they're not invasive to the story flow. So anyway, I'm going to try to make sure that I appeal to both of you guys so that, you know, some people don't get turned off. So, all right. Well, that is this video. And, oh, I guess one more thing. Erased. Erased episode 2 will be posted soon. I've already watched it. I'm in the middle of editing it. And I'm really excited that some people actually started watching it when they saw that I started reacting to it. Like, they hadn't seen it before. And it's been really great. And so I recommend watching it. Never mind. Westerns might not be my favorite. Mysteries, then Westerns, then science fiction. Yeah, I think that's what happens if it's like a space Western murder mystery. That sounds pretty awesome. All right, well, I'm going to see if I can find one of those and watch it tonight while I'm house sitting. So, yeah, till next time.